Hey there viewers, it's Charlie on back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Reactivate Bumblebee. Now yes, before we start, Reactivate is probably either cancelled or in development hell. Yeah, I don't know which, but point is, the game has pretty much not been shown since the first trailer, which is I don't know how to feel about that, but at least the figures seem to be really good. And second of all, well, this is the individual release of Bumblebee from Studio Series, not the 2-pack with Starscream. Because, yes, this guy came out like a year ago with Starscream, and I just never got that 2-pack for whatever reason. But now that we have this guy in a Studio Series Gamer Edition, I'm kind of hoping that they also release Starscream by himself, as well as the Prime and Soundwave. But I don't know, who knows if that's going to happen. But, well, looking at the box, well, of course, we've got the standard Gamer Edition packaging before they're going to revamp it next year. So, of course, we've got the silver here, we've got the +10. Of course, we've got B, how he's probably going to look in the game, if the game's ever going to come out. Gamer Edition Bumblebee. Transformers Reactivate. We got, of course, above his face, which, I mean, okay, if that's how he's going to look. And this side, we got a better look of how he's going to look in the game. In the back, we've got him in both modes. Video game inspired. And apparently Bumblebee is humanity's last hope. Okay. But it says what he's going to be doing in the game, and it even mentions the developers of Reactivate Splash Damage. And of course the backdrop. So looking at the backdrop, I mean, just looks, that just looks like another one of the War for Cybertron backdrops to me. But maybe this is based on the first trailer when we have a first-person view of Bumblebee. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what this is. But seeing how backdrops seem to be getting removed next year, this might be the only Reactivate backdrop that we ever get, which is kind of sad. I'm gonna miss backdrops. Even if they put in storage as soon as I finish recording the reviews. But for B here, well, Reactivate seems to be some sort of like apocalypse kind of game where there's some huge invasion. I don't know if it's Quintessence or not, but like the Transformers seem to be heavily beaten up. So like B here is like it's pretty much a post-apocalyptic version of Bumblebee. So we can see that the windows kind of remind me of scrap hooks. And pretty much he's using salvage parts from whatever he could find, because we can see that this door has a bit of like, I'm not sure if that's going to be simulated chip paints or not, but like we've got this door here which has got some detailing, and this door here which is different, which is meant to be like, I don't know, this door was blown off or ripped off in a battle or something. Battle, that's a freaking portmanteau of fight and battle, but I'm not sure if he lost one door and had to salvage it, but yeah, he's got two different doors. And if you had the 2-pack, and Starscream has two different wings, like one's black. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's meant to be like you can customize how they look or something, or they just get more messed up as the story goes on, like it's a really dark game. Like, I don't know, but I really like this aesthetic. It's a really Mad Max-like aesthetic. We can see we've got these front headlights here. We've got an Ultima insignia, which is actually molded on, which I really like. Kind of brings me back to the Armada days. Like, that insignia is just molded on there. We don't see that nowadays. It normally is tampoed on, but that's a really nice addition. And there's another one right here on the back with this engine. And I can tell he definitely just stitches onto himself, because normally B doesn't have an exposed engine like this, but I guess this is so he can go faster. But still. Again, we got another automatic gear right there, and the feet just sticking out. Yeah, that's probably one of my smallest complaints, but still complaints. Of course, we got the roof here, got some more headlights. Underneath, we can pretty much see the head right there. Got the arms. Of course, got some front lights here, and honestly, I quite like how this car mode looks, and with some of the other figures, like with Starscream, like he also has that stitched together look where it kind of looks like he had to cannibalize Skywarp or something. Prime just looks like Prime just looks like an Optimus Prime, and Soundwave just looks like a chug version of Cyberverse Soundwave. But with B here, like this is a really unique take on Bumblebee. And honestly, I wish the game would just come out already so we can see what happened here, like why he's all stitched up like this, like why he's having to use spare parts. Now, let's move on to the accessories, and he only comes with these two little guns, which, I mean, okay, but these are puny. I could probably accidentally swallow these, but, well, these are meant to just go on the front here, akin to the Datsuns. So I can just get these in here, there we go. And yeah, these just form like little bonnet guns. And yeah, they don't take blast effects, so I'm not even going to try, but still, that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Overall, I quite like how this looks. Now, if I had the 2-pack, I'm pretty sure like Starscream would also look really cool, but I'm just hoping that they do Starscream and Studio Series Gamer Edition as well, or whatever they call it next year, because with that Devastation Optimus, it seems that they're dropping the Gamer Edition label, but But still, this vehicle mode looks really good. So how's the robot mode? Well, first of all, the transformation is honestly kind of iffy in my opinion. Like, a lot of parts clashing. It can be quite fiddly if you don't know what you're doing, and honestly, there's some parts which I'm scared I'm gonna break it. And it's just some bits that just keep popping off, like the doors here. Like, often these doors just do not want to stay in place. Like, they're staying in place right now, but often they just, like, pop open. And we can see that these front wheels aren't really staying in place. In fact, there's even like little ports in the forearms that they're meant to go into, because they're in these long struts. So yeah, transformation is a bit messy, but let's try and do this. So to start off, we're just going to take the front bumper here. Just move that down and out the way. Take the front wheels and get them out and untied from here. So you can see these tabs here that they go into. Let's just get this out of the way. Open up the doors. Like so. And tap the legs. Let's try and move all that down. Get the arms out. Rotate the forearm. And that's on the ball joint, so just be careful in case you pop that ball joint off. So just move around the forearm, past that spike in the shoulder pad. Get the shoulder pads out. So now we have this. Just move that back engine out of the way. And now we have to try and... We'll try and get the front bonnet and the windows up so we can get the head up. Move the head down. Extend out the legs, and that brings down the crotch piece as well. Get the feet out. These back wheels will just spin around into the leg. It's going to keep flopping around, but the back wheels spin around into the leg. And of course we're recording, so I bet it came off. Okay, so try and spin this into here. There we go. Then collapse the front wheels into the sides here. And that's basically the legs all done. Now let's try and actually transform the torso, which, seeing how I'm doing this on camera, is probably going to be really tricky because I often forget the steps in this part. But so we spin all this round. There we go. Then this port here goes into a little notch onto the head, like so. And the chest just goes up, which I'll straighten this out quickly. So we just push this into here. Push up the front bumper again, get the arms down, and then we can try and get the front chest here transformed. There we go. And now we can just get everything straightened out here. Okay, that's pretty much it. The door wings, we can pretty much just orientate however we want. And I think that's pretty much it. So here we have Bumblebee in robot mode. And yeah, that's a bit of a fiddly transformation. Like, it is manageable, but there are bits that you will have trouble with. I find getting him to vehicle mode is a bit trickier, because you have to try and line things up, try and get the doors to stay into place, and try and remember to have the you try and remember not to push the windows into the actual torso here, because then you'll have a hard time trying to get it back out. Yeah, I learned that the hard way, but once you learn the basics of the transformation, it's pretty much manageable, and honestly, it's kind of fun as well. And the resulting robot, the resulting robot mode. Yeah, Bumblebee is not messing around here. Like, this is a Bumblebee that's definitely gonna mess someone up. Because once again, we've got mismatched pieces. Because of course we've got the mismatched doors, but you can see that the arms are mismatched and the shins are mismatched here. So you can see that he's pretty much have to like couple parts together after some sort of a huge fight or something. We can see that he's this is a Bumblebee with door wings again. Something that the movie character heavily started. I think it was a movie character that started it, actually, so yeah. So, I'm not sure what continuity Reactivate is in or if it's a new one, but this guy's heavily movie inspired because he's got the front of the car for the chest, he's got the door wings, but the head. I don't know, the head seems sort of maybe Goldbug like. Well, not Goldbug, but say if Bumblebee ever got the Matrix and became a Prime, that's what this looks like to me. Because he's got a little chin strap there, something that Bumblebee normally doesn't have. So yeah, this looks like a more mature Bumblebee. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is a new continuity or this is G1, but this is definitely a really mature looking Bumblebee. So it's like if you mix G1 a bit with the films and maybe a bit of Prime as well. So yeah. And of course, we can give him the accessories if you want. Like, we can give him some Prowl, like, gun shoulders. So maybe they could redecorate this into Prowl or Blue Streak or whatever. But I'm just gonna have him holding them like actual guns, even if they're hilariously tiny. I don't know, maybe they're the only guns he could find, because I can see this playing like War for Cybertron, where it's like behind the character and he's running and shooting and you find different weapons, kind of like War for Cybertron. I don't know. But still. And for storage, I don't really see any bits of storage, so I guess you'll just have to have one on the shoulders if you want storage, but But again, looking at this, as I mentioned, there's like mismatched door wings, there's mismatched details on the shins and the arms. It just makes me wonder, like, what happens to the Transformers in this game? Because, like, the only thing that we have right now is the first trailer, which was like 2 years ago. Like, is there something that's like trying to rip them apart, like Mandroid or something, or what? Is like battle damage? I have no idea. And like this game's just shooting its cat at this point because we don't know if the game's cancelled or if it's just in development hell. I don't know. But at least we got the figures. Like this guy, if you just want Bumblebee or the 2-pack, if you want some with Starscream, or if you want Prime and Soundwave together. So if you still want figures of these guys, then well, there's that. So let's move on to the articulation. So head's on a ball joint, so he can look up and down. I can look around. The arms can move. You can T-pose. Shoulder pads can move. The elbows are on ball joints, so they can move around. Waist, there is unfortunately nothing, which is actually quite crappy in my opinion, but oh well. He can kick forward, he can kick back. He's got knees. Got a swivel there at the thigh. Pivot, about there. Foot can sort of move. And he can do the splits. So yeah, really only lacking a waist articulation and maybe something at the wrist. But it's still quite posable if you want to get him into some running and gunning poses. And really, that's all I've got to say. So how does it look with the backdrop? Honestly, he looks quite good with the backdrop. So, and what are my complaints with the figure? Well, my biggest one has got to be how he transforms. Like, the transformation is manageable, but like there's a lot of parts clashing, and parts can get stuck, so just be wary of that. Plus, when you get to the vehicle mode, some parts do like to pop apart, like the doors, for example. So that is my main complaint. But for smaller complaints, honestly, I kind of wish he had better guns. Now, he probably will have these guns in the game. I don't know, but like Starscream still has his null rays, Prime still has the ion blaster, so maybe give Bumblebee like a gun based on the ones that he has in the films or something. I don't know. Also not a fan of how the wheels work, because the front wheels are just on these armatures. I don't know, maybe he had them on the shoulders. I also wish that he had a waist swivel. I mean, like, there's a lot of crud going on the back. I can see why they didn't implement one, but still, it would be nice for him to have one. And honestly, I think that's all I've got to say. So, do I recommend this guy, whether it's the 2-pack with Starscream or this individual release in the Studio Series? I mean, sure, why not? I think this is a really fun figure. But keep in mind, it's for a game that's, like, we don't know the fate of. But the design is still really cool, and the figure itself is really fun. It's just, the transformation is a bit iffy. So, if you like how this guy looks, then go ahead, but, I mean, keep in mind, the game is just, like, the game might be cancelled, it might not be, like, we don't know. But this is still a really fun figure that, honestly, yeah, I do recommend this figure. Or the 2-pack with Starscream, but I can't say if I recommend Starscream or not, because I don't have that figure. I'm still hoping out for a re-release of Starscream, though. And Prime and Soundwave. Please. But, well, this has been my a review on Studio Series Reactivate Bumblebee. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.